Hi, my name is Julissa Prado, and I'm the founder and CEO of Rizo Curls, a hair care line built on curls, community, and culture. I was able to grow and build my business with a marketing budget of $0. Starting a business is essentially creating a solution to a problem. So if you have found a problem and you know a solution and you want to start a business to solve it, don't let lack of funds scare you away. I'm going to share 5 tips on how I was able to grow my e-commerce business on a budget. Number 1, identify your target demographic. So the bigger your target demographic is, the more money you're going to need to reach them. Don't be afraid to get specific. You can't be everything for everyone, so just hone in on your niche and make sure you at least reach them, okay? An activity that I like to do to really identify my target demographic and understand them is I build a character profile for them as if they were, my best friend who I know better than anything else in the world. I not only draw them and draw what they physically look like, but I also literally fill in a character profile where I answer every detail possible, like what is their name, how tall are they, what motivates them, where are they from, where do they live, what school do they go to, what are their favorite pages to follow, what businesses do they support, where are their favorite places to go eat, anything that I can think of, what kind of music to listen to, whatever. I fill it in so that I have a clear understanding of who they are and how I can reach them. The better you understand your target demographic, the better job you're going to do at reaching them. Number 2, have a clear brand mission. It is really important that not only you understand what your brand mission is in a succinct, easy way, but that your audience and your customer also understands what your brand DNA is, and they can literally tell you. For Rizo Curls, our brand mission is curls, community, culture. And every single piece of content, everything we do revolves around that. It allows us to have a clear strategy with everything that we do. Whether it's content, whether it's campaign, whether it's new launches, we are able to really focus in with our strategies to really reach that target demographic. So our brand mission and our target demographic, they align, and we're able to be very specific. So for example, some different ways that you can create content to, really speak and show your brand mission is, for example, with curls. In order to show this, anybody can sell you anything, but not every business can teach you something new, right? So with curls, I love to educate about curls, right? If you, have an industry, you probably know a lot about your industry. You probably are an expert. And so make sure that you establish yourself as an expert and you share with your audience some of the learnings that you have. So for example, if you're a masseuse, maybe, make sure that your audience knows about stress, pressure points, different things that you can educate them on. In this way, you're not blatantly selling a product, you're not blatantly selling a service, you're educating people, but it's keeping your brand and mission in people's minds. Another thing could be with community. We do a lot of events, but with every single event, whether it's digital or in person, we're always, incentivizing website clicks and website visits. So with regards to community, we're constantly doing things to build community, connect with our community, and really, hone in and reach that audience. But at the same time, we're always incentivizing website visits. For example, sometimes to redeem tickets, they have to do so on our website. And while they're on our website, they may get a ticket and also get a curl cream. With culture, make sure that whatever it is that, your brand mission is, you really speak up about it and you really establish yourself as almost like a leader and you stand up for it. So if one part of my brand mission is representing my culture, I have to make sure to, challenge any norms that may go against our brand mission and really establish ourselves as, as at the forefront for inclusivity and diversity, etc. So now on to number 3. Understand your sales goals and budgets before creating your marketing plans. 82% of small businesses fail due to poor cash flow management. Don't let this be you. Make sure that with every single marketing campaign, every single piece of strategy that you build when you're making your marketing calendar, you also take into account your budget and your goals. And every single thing that you do should have some type of ROI. Is your ROI website, visits? Is it growing your followers? Is it getting new email subscribers? Is it actual sales? Like, what is it? Make sure that everything has an ROI. For us, for example, when I first started, there were so many opportunities to donate and give free product, right? It was like, give 1,000 units of free product for this super fancy awards show. Well, big brands love to overspend on market share and on brand awareness, but small businesses, you don't have the same type of, of advantage. So because of that, you have to make sure there's an ROI for everything. So for example, with that example of that big, award show that wanted me to donate 1,000 free samples, it literally cost me 1,000 units of my precious inventory that I probably wasn't going to see an ROI on for a very long time. So make sure that you are okay and comfortable saying no to opportunities that may not really be opportunities for your small business. Number 4, incentivize user-generated content. User-generated content will literally save you so much time and money. Creating content is expensive and time-consuming. So if you're able to involve your audience, your customers into creating this content, a win-win on both ends. Not only are you highlighting them and showing them that you appreciate them by reposting them on your page, but you're showing other people how your product works, you're giving them product reviews, and it's creating content for you to have. So anytime that you're able to do this, I definitely recommend incentivizing your customers to create the content for you. Number 5, be lean, test, and optimize. Test, analyze, optimize. So go back to your target demographic page, find out where your target consumer is, and test out different marketing channels, different strategies, like where your target consumer is, right? So you test that out and then you analyze. Don't just focus on revenue for KPIs, focus on other things like, conversion rate, old versus returning customers, average order amount, and see how these KPIs change depending on each campaign. Once you analyze this information, you need to optimize, right? So every single piece of data is trying to tell you a story. It's our job to figure out what that is and stop doing anything that may not work and continue doing those things that are working. So definitely always focus on ROI and continue doing what's working, stop doing what's not working. All right, now for questions. Okay, question number 1 was from Chocolate Covered Curl. Her question was, what strategy do you feel has been most effective in growing your business? So one of my literally best strategy that has helped me has been really identifying and honing in on my target demographic and really trying to speak to them and building a community. So the way that I build a community, like everything is almost like a movement, is I really speak to my brand mission. My business is not just about curls, it's about community and it's about culture. It's about loving yourself, loving your curls, loving this natural piece of you. So I make sure that I am finding creative ways to not just sell people product, but I'm giving something else. Like I'm giving education, I'm perpetuating self-love, I'm doing other things. So you build a movement. You're not just like, trying to push a product down people's mouths. Question number 2, what online systems keep you organized? And this was from @Miss Rodriguez. Well, like I said, 82% of small businesses fail due to poor cash flow management. So I definitely use QuickBooks to always understand my cash flow, always understand how much money I have coming in, how much money I have coming out. I make sure to always have a clear budget and understand what my ROI, what my sales goal is for that with that budget. Question number three. What is the formula to grow your digital audience? Asked by the Jefa creator. So definitely give the people what they want, So in order to grow your digital audience, sometimes the answer is right in front of you. Ask your audience, like literally do polls on your, stories ask them, say, what kind of content would you like to see from me? And do that. Try to involve your customer as much as possible. Ask them, what type of new products do you want me to work on? And, definitely take that into consideration. So a lot of the time, it's something as simple as give the people what they want. Number 4 is I'm good with creating content, but how do I grow that organically following on socials? This was asked by Eric on eVibe. So something that's really helped me is looking at social media, not just as a marketing tool, but also as a networking tool. And what I mean by this is go back to your target demographic page and see what other brands your target consumer is following. Try to do brand-to-brand collaborations with maybe other small businesses that are on your same level, so that way you guys can grow together. That definitely helped me. Question number 5, can you teach us how to create a marketing calendar? Asked by Evelyn Carrasas. So go to the blog, QuickBooks. I wrote out a blog and I literally have an example of a marketing calendar that I use, and you can visually see how to do that on there. And question number 6, how do you stay consistent and with content? And this was asked by It's Marie. So the way that I stay consistent is definitely by using user-generated content as much as possible, right? Utilizing your audience and your customer to repost, their content saves you so much time and money, like I mentioned. And also go back to your character profile. Like, what else is your customer, your target demographic interested in? You don't just have to post about your product all day long. You can educate them. You can make them laugh by something funny within your industry. You can post quotes. You can, stay aware of trends and current events that may affect your target consumer. Find out what they're into and post some variety. So I hope this helped. Thank you so much for tuning in.